Welcome to another episode of our live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. My name is Hussein. Happy to be with you. You won't be seeing me again today because camera issues. But you will be seeing a picture of Pinky. And I know a lot of people have questions about Pinky. And, uh, and so, you know, if we need to answer questions, we're willing to answer questions. We are here to help, because some people, no names, Emmanuel Shahid, have spread rumors about Pinky. And so we need to be very upfront about Pinky's issues. So, well, you guys, sometimes you do a live stream because um, sometimes you do a live stream because you think about a subject or you hear about something, you really want to talk about it. Sometimes you do it because you want to talk to people. Sometimes you do it because um, some sometimes you do it because you hear something that you want to respond to. You hear something that's wrong and you want to respond to it. And sometimes you do it because you have this super ingenious title and you just want to do it because of the title. And that's my situation today. I have this super ingenious title, Quran Science Fiction. I've been thinking about it for several days, and I thought, you know what? It's going to keep bugging me until I do something with it. And so, because I think this is a very ingenious title, I wanted to do a live stream about this subject just to yeah, so that I did it. So anyway, as the Quran has many scientific so-called miracles in them, and to tell you the truth, I'm really not dealing with Quran verses today. I'm dealing with Hadith verses. But the Quran says that you're supposed to listen to everything Muhammad says, and you're supposed to have no resistance, find no resistance in yourself to what Muhammad says. And so obeying the hadith is obeying the Quran. So, and there's some people who go so far as to say that the hadith is equal to the Quran because it's Muhammad talking. So, and and according, there's a verse where it says that Muhammad only spoke what Allah spoke. And so, if Muhammad said it, then Allah said it. And so, anyway, so that's why today we're actually looking at hadith verses. And again, the main motivation is that I had this ingenious title and I need to use it. So now watch. Let's see if anybody steals this ingenious title of mine. And so, anyway, so we're going to talk about some different hadiths that deal with scientific issues, and they're and let's just discuss them. Okay, together. Okay, now this is right here. It says Abu Huraira reported that Allah's apostle, may peace be upon him, said, "When any one of you wakes up from sleep and performs ablution, ablution is where you wash your hands and feet and clean out your nose, he must clean his nose 3 times, for the devil spends the night in the interior of his nose." Now, this is Sahih Muslim, this is a Sahih Hadith. So, Muhammad here is saying that Satan sleeps in people's noses. And so you have to do ablution, which is wash out your nose 3 times because Satan has been sleeping in your nose. And, you know, I have questions about this, and I've talked about this before, but does he sleep in everybody's nose? how many noses does he sleep in? And this really kind of leads to the like it's an omnipresent, like Satan is omnipresent. Because how could he sleep in so many million noses? There's millions of noses, billions of noses, and he sleeps in all of them. How can he sleep in all those noses? Well, Muhammad says, he must clean his nose 3 times, for the devil spends the night in the interior of his nose. Okay. All right. Okay, let's look at some more science fiction. Okay. Okay. Now, this is very similar. Oversleeping is caused by Satan urinating in one's ear. Narrated by Abdullah, a person was mentioned before the Prophet, peace be upon him, and he was told that he had kept on sleeping till morning and had not got up for prayer. The Prophet said, Satan urinated in his ears. Okay, so um, now again, this is Sahih al-Bukhari. This is, this is even higher than Sahih Muslim. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, which is the number one book of hadith, the most authentic, most reliable, most trustworthy book of hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari. And it says that when somebody sleeps until morning and did not get up for prayer, the Prophet said Satan urinated in his ears. And again, I've asked about this and I've never gotten an answer. Did he literally urinate in his ears? I mean, if you're to look in this guy's ears in the morning, are you going to find urine? Or is it metaphorical urine? Is it real urine? Is it symbolic urine? Is it symbolic of something else? And again, we're dealing with a subject. First of all, Satan was sleeping in the person's nose at night, and then he has to urinate in his ears. And, again, this kind of leads to the belief. It looks to me like Muhammad is embracing kind of a Hindu yin yang type of philosophy, where there's this, omnipresent good and omnipresent evil, because it's making Satan look like he's omnipresent if he's urinating in everybody's ears. So if anybody has any deeper understanding of this, I'd appreciate your insights. And so there you go. This is Quran science fiction. And here's another one. Like I said, these are not in the Quran. These are hadiths. Okay, but we could also talk about the Quran because a lot of these are related to the Quran as well. The hadith states that Satan causes people to yawn. By contrast, modern science has revealed that yawning occurs when one's blood contains an increased amount of carbon dioxide. But Muhammad, long before science discovered carbon dioxide, said, yawning is from Satan. And if any one of you yawns, he should check his yawning as much as possible. For if any of you during the act of yawning would say, ha, Satan will laugh at him. Again, Sahih al-Bukhari. This is a Sahih hadith. This is, most trustworthy source of hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari. And really just seems like Muhammad had this Satan consciousness. Hello, Brother Isaac. Hello, Assyrian Truther. Hello, Truth Defender. Hello, Emmanuel Shahid. And God bless you guys. Jay, the Lord bless you. Shalom. Happy you guys could be with us. And we're just kind of doing a short thing. And like I was saying, there's many different reasons why people do live streams. Sometimes it's to respond to something they heard. Sometimes it's because they heard something new they want to, or they learned something new they want to share, or because they want to respond to something somebody said about them. There's many different reasons. Sometimes, as is my case today, it's just because I had this, what I consider to be an ingenious title, Quran Science Fiction. So that's why I'm doing this live stream. And so it's just going to be a short one, just so that I could say I did it. And we'll do more in depth on each one of these hadiths, you guys, because each one of them is a gold mine of instruction. And so let's look at this one again about yawning. Now, we've talked about people who sleep. Satan sleeps in people's noses at night, so they have to do ablution, wudu, to snuff out Satan. Then Satan urinates in people's ears if they oversleep. And here, Satan is making people yawn. It says, yawning is from Satan. And any one of you who yawns, he should check his yawning as much as possible. For if any one of you, during the act of yawning, should say, ha, Satan will laugh at him. So this is science, okay? Mohammedan science. And if you're a Muslim and you're watching this, I seriously encourage you to leave Islam. These are, so far, I haven't really planned it this way, but every single one of these has been Sahih. It's Sahih Muslim, Sahih Bukhari, and those are the only, all of the ones I've shared so far have been Sahih Hadiths. So if you're a Muslim, I encourage you, leave Islam today. This is what Muhammad believed. And okay, let's look at another hadith here. And it says, hadith maintained that women are less intelligent than men. The reason given for this is that it's punishment for Eve's transgression in the garden and a betrayal of her husband. Allah decided to make women menstruate, suffer pregnancy, and lose out on intelligence. Modern science, however, has revealed no such universal deficiency in women's intelligence. Indeed, some of the smartest and most accomplished people in the world are women. Okay, but not according to Muhammad. There's 3 Sahih Hadiths. Muhammad said, the Prophet said, isn't the witness of a woman equal to half that of a man? The women said, yes. He said, this is because of the deficiency in women's mind. So he's saying that it's an issue of nature, that women are less intelligent than men, and it's a deficiency of intelligence. In Arabic, the word is naqsat aql wa din. Naqisat aql wa din. Naqis comes from the word to subtract, yunkas, it's deficient. Naqis, deficient. Aql means mind, deen means religion. And Muhammad, you guys, if you really go into this hadith, and there's 3 of them, if you really go into those hadiths, you really could understand there's a case to be made that Muhammad said that because he wanted money. Now, how is that? Because if you read the hadith, how this begins, Muhammad says, women give alms. Give alms. Because I have seen that the majority of the hell dwellers are you women. So the majority of the people in hell are women. He said that to some women, and the women said, "Why, O Prophet of Allah, peace be upon you, is that the case?" And he says, "It is because you deficiency of your intellect and deficiency of your religion." And then a woman asked him, "Well, what's deficient in our intellect?" And Muhammad said, excuse me, guys, I just yawned. Please forgive me. Okay, see, you can't see that because of the pinky guard here I have. And when the women said, "Why is it that our women's intelligence is deficient?" He said, "Isn't the witness of a woman equal to half of a man?" The women, because in the Quran, I believe in chapter 2, verse 230 or 232, it says that a woman's testimony in court is worth half of a man's testimony. And the women said, yes, it does say that in the Quran. He said, this is because of the deficiency of a woman's mind. So not only are women deficient in intelligence, according to Muhammad, but they're going to go to hell for it. Because, the Muhammad said, 2/3 of the people in hell are women. And they said, or not 2/3, but the majority. And they said, why is that? And it's because of the deficiency of your mind and your religion. Well, the deficiency of religion is because they menstruate, and during menstruation, they're not supposed to pray. So they're missing out on prayers. That's what he means by deficient in religion, is that they can't pray when they're menstruating. Well, Allah made them menstruate, and he's going to send them to hell for it? Anyway, so yeah, but Muhammad said, women give alms because I saw the majority of the inhabitants of hell are women. Well, give alms means give money. In other words, give money, you can get out of hell. And it says that Bilal, his black slave, laid down a sheet, and the women, these poor women, started coming to him and putting their earrings and their bracelets and their rings, their gold rings, putting them on the blanket to give to Muhammad so that they won't go to hell. So kind of like a indulgences. Yeah, so kind of cruel. Sorry, it's okay. God bless you, Martez. I'm the one who was late today. I was 2 hours late today. So yeah, I'm just doing a short thing, Martez, just about the hadiths today, showing the science fiction in the Quran. Here's another one. The wing of a housefly can cure disease. Okay, and again, this is Sahih al-Bukhari. It says, the Prophet said, if a housefly falls in the drink of any one of you, he should dip it in the drink. For the wing has the disease in one wing, and the cure is in the other wing. Okay, the way it says, for in one of its wings has the disease, and the other wing has the cure for the disease. So when there's a fly, an insect flies into your food, make sure and dip the whole bug into your food, because the wing, maybe you got the wing that has the disease in it, and by dipping the whole bug, you have dipped the wing that has the cure in it, so that'll make you better. So this is if anybody has studied science and studied medicine, and if you ever heard anything like this, I'd like to know. So yeah, so that's what Muhammad said. Okay, and I thank you guys. Like I said, tonight's going to be really short because we're so late. I'm 2 hours late, but let me just read this one to you. Okay, this is another Mohammedan. Looking at the sky during prayer causes blindness. narrated by Anas ibn Malik. Now, this is also Sahih al-Bukhari. What is wrong with those people who look toward the sky during prayer? His talk grew stern while delivering the speech, and he said, they would stop looking toward the sky during prayer. Otherwise, they should stop looking toward the sky during prayer. Otherwise, their eyesight will be taken away. So if you look to heaven when you pray, Muhammad said, you'll become blind. That's what Muhammad said, you guys. And okay. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Muhammad did not know the Bible. Obviously, he didn't know how to read. He was supposedly ummi, which means illiterate, which means he could not read or write. And so he probably never saw this verse of the Bible. But it says, after Jesus said this, he looked toward heaven and prayed, Father, the hour has come. Glorify thy Son, that your Son may glorify you. Now, what did Muhammad say? He says, what is wrong with these people who look toward the sky during the prayer? His talk grew stern while delivering his speech, and he said, they should stop looking toward the sky during prayer. Otherwise, their eyesight would be taken away. Okay. All right. That's what a false prophet tells you. But the true Messiah, who also happens to be the true God, did otherwise, said otherwise. So Muhammad was smoking ta'weed back in the day. You know what Father Zechariah said, Katib al-Quran can mastulam sa Quran. And there's also another scientific wonder in the Quran where Muhammad said if a person lifts up their head during prayer, their head will be turned into a head of a donkey. And so there's other dimensions to this. It's not just that they'll go blind. Their head will also turn into a donkey. Now there was another one, and let me see if I find it. Okay. Let me see. I don't know if there was one other one. I don't know if okay. This is about how, and this is Allah's apostle said, Gabriel has just now told me the answers, okay? Because some Jews came to Muhammad and said, if you're a real prophet, answer these questions. They used to like to play with him. They used to like to make fun of him. And so Muhammad said that Gabriel came to him. Abdullah said, he, Gabriel, from amongst all the angels, is the enemy of the Jews. Yo, boy, yay. Abdullah said that Gabriel is the enemy of the Jews. Dang. Shoot. That's not what the Bible says, which proves that this Gabriel is not Gabriel. Because Gabriel appeared in the Bible 3 times, once to Daniel, or a few times actually to Daniel, not just once. And then once to Zechariah, the father of John the Baptist, and once to the Virgin Mary. And never once did he say that he's the enemy of the Jews. Never once. The only record we have of Gabriel is appearing to Jews, Daniel, Zechariah, Mary. And he's always announcing the coming of Jesus. He's never the enemy of the Jews. Now, Jibril, Muhammad's messenger, he was an enemy of the Jews because he commanded Muhammad to go kill the Banu Qurayza. And the forces that attacked the Banu Qurayza were called the Brigades of Jibril, but he definitely is not the Gabriel of the Bible. Okay, so an enemy of Allah's apostle said, the first portent of the hour will be fire that will bring the people from the east to the west. Okay, so the first sign of the end is that there's going to be a fire that brings people from the east to the west. The first meal of people of paradise will be a caudet of fish liver. So the first thing people are going to eat in paradise is fish liver. Now, isn't that enough reason not to go to that paradise? Just going to eat fish liver? Okay, and then here comes the scientific wonder. As for the resemblance of a child to his parents, if a man has sexual intercourse with his wife and gets the discharge first, the child will resemble the father. If the woman gets the discharge first, the child will resemble her. Okay. Now this is talking about resemblance, you guys, but there's another hadith which I don't have, which says that if the man discharges first, the child will be a boy, and if the woman discharges first, the child will be a girl. Well, I just want to tell you about that. That scientifically, that's not true. I'm sorry. Sorry to break this to you. I know you guys had thought you found the easy understanding of embryology here. Try putting that on a test, science test. Okay, no, but the just to tell you, what happens is the one who determines the gender of the child is the father. Okay, because the father has the mother only has X chromosomes, but the father has X and Y chromosomes. And if he gets X and Y, the child will be a girl. If he discharges two X's, X only X's, then it will be a boy. But the woman only has X chromosomes, to where the gender of the child is determined by the father, not by the mother. So anyway, Muhammad's explanation there is not correct. So anyway, guys, I know that this has been a very short live stream. Let me see. Montez, would you like to come on, brother? And I don't know if you have some more scientific miracles you would like to share with us. So, the subject is Quran science fiction. So if you'd like to come on, ahlo sahla. I don't think I'm going to be on very long, but if you'd like to share some things, it would be that'd be great. SCLSA, Shalom. Yes. What is it? Oh, Pool of Bethesda. No, that's chapter 5. Yes, John chapter 5. Yeah. The best chapter in the whole Bible. I love it. Hello, Montez. How are you, friend?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your voice is very low.
I mean, it's my mic. It's not really working, so
Hmm.
I'm very sorry. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, that's much better. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna reduce it to
yeah,
160. There you go. I
okay.
think this is better. Yeah. So Steve, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just I had a crazy idea today for a title. It's Quran science fiction, and so
Mm,
I was just talking about, you know, scientific miracles of Islam, and uh, and so I had a few of them. And would you like to add to our list?
absolutely. Just
Yeah.
give me a sec. I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, let's go all the way back. Let's see. Hmm. Scientific conflict with science.
Yes.
Can you read it?
Okay. Hadith Sahih al-Bukhari. The Prophet ordered them to go to camels and drink their milk and urine as medicine. Okay. There's this belief, and it is still practiced, where uh, they believe that drinking camel urine heals a lot of diseases. Now, it's also camel milk. And I remember one of my relatives was very sick, and somebody brought him a bottle of camel milk to drink. And so they still believe that this is a cure, and the camel urine as well. They literally sell it. And so I know this has been talked about quite a bit. Do they do that in Saudi Arabia still?
Oh yes, and it's pretty much alive.
Oh, wow. Are there any doctors who tell people don't do this?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of doctors actually forbidding drinking any kind of urine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, because I know in Egypt, um, like um, the health uh, ministry in Egypt, they came out. They were begging people, stop drinking camel urine. It's going to kill you. You know, it's so bad for you. But the people, they believe what Muhammad said, and they go and they get this urine and they drink it. And so, um, very sad. Muhammad's the pharmacist. Now we did read this one.
Okay, let's go there.
Let me see. Okay. Um, a man came to the prophet. My brother has abdominal trouble. The prophet said, drink honey. The man came the second time. The prophet said, drink honey. Came the third time. The prophet said, drink honey. He returned again and said, I have done that. The prophet said, Allah has said the truth, but your brother's abdomen has told a lie. Let him drink honey. So he made him drink honey, and he was cured. Oh, so Muhammad told him to do honey 5 times, and it didn't work. And I think he understood. I think he understood because people used to know when Muhammad wants something, you give it to him. And if you don't give it to him, you're in danger. So he said, oh, yeah, I feel so much better. Yes, that's right. Yeah, but that's funny. He says the man's stomach lied.
Yep.
You guys, if you're a Muslim, please leave Islam right now. Please leave Islam right now because this is what Muhammad taught. Truth Defender sent this. It says Saudi police have arrested a Pakistani man in connection with the ongoing camel urine scam. after it was found that the bottled urine he was selling was actually his own. Yeah, but yay. Nothing surprises me, but oh my goodness. Okay. Sahih al-Bukhari. You guys, all these hadiths are sahih. Please leave today. Come to the truth. My nephew is ill. The Prophet touched my head with his hand and invoked Allah to bless me. He then performed ablution, washing his hands, feet, and foot before prayer, and I drank the remaining water of his ablution. Yuck. So, so he made him drink the water that he performed ablution in, Wow, gross. Allah's messenger came to us at noon, and water for ablution was brought to him. And he performed ablution. The remaining water was taken by the people, and they started smearing their bodies with it as a blessed thing. Now, there is scientific proof that does help to do that. So I just want to say, they studied it at Harvard University. So, okay. Sahih al-Bukhari. Mahmud bin Rabbi, who was the person on whose face the Prophet had ejected a mouthful of water from his family's well while he was a boy. Whenever the Prophet performed ablution, washing hands, feet, his companions were nearly fighting for the remains of the water. Wow. Wow. Poor people. Okay, my aunt took me to Allah's messenger and said, "Oh, Allah's messenger, my nephew is sick." The Prophet passed his hand over my head and blessed me. Then he performed ablution and I drank the remaining water. Okay, so this is a tried and tested source of healing. Several people did this, so wow.
Man, this is so gross.
Okay.
Let me find something interesting.
Wow. That was new though. I think I may have heard about it before, but I've never read that about the drinking the water of ablution. Okay, the urine of the Prophet, in the name of Allah, the beneficent. The urine of the Prophet of Allah, sallallahu alaihi, is pure, and there's a hadith which illustrates that companions drank from it. Imam Jalaluddin Asyuti reports from Tabarani and Bayhaqi, who narrate from Hukaymah, that the Prophet of Allah had a wooden bowl in which he used to urinate, and it was placed under his bed. One night, the Prophet searched for it but did not find it and asked for it, saying, "Where is the bowl?" The members of his household replied, Salama's slave girl drank from it, who came from Habasha, which is Ethiopia, with her. The Prophet of Allah replied, "Surely she has protected herself from the fire with a great wall." Wow. From the fire means from going to hell by drinking of his urine. Wow. That is wild. Okay. He spat in a well that was in Enes's house, and there was no water in Medina sweeter than it. Once the Prophet was passing by it, some water, and he asked about it. Its water was salty. He brought a bucket of water from Zemzem and spat into it. It became sweeter than musk. He gave Hassan and Hussein his tongue to suck. They had been weeping from thirst, and upon this they became quiet. Oye, Zambi-
My God.
my goodness,
Oh,
unbelievable.
this one is funny.
Okay, Sahih al-Bukhari. The Prophet said a group of Israelites were lost. They were cursed and changed into rats. Or if you put the milk of a she camel in front of a rat, it will not drink it. But if the milk of a sheep is put in front of it, it will drink of it. And that's proof that they were Israelites.
Wow. Astronomy, Earth, Sun, stars. Should
Yeah.
we do it in the next live stream?
Yes, except for one thing. I actually wanted the reason I wanted to talk about this one is because this one is actually in the Quran, and it says that Dul Qarnayn, who was believed to be Alexander the Great, followed the way until he reached the setting place of the sun. He found it setting in a pool of muddy water. Okay, and so the thing I kind of let me see if I can find this since I have you here. Um, let me see if I can find this. Um, let me see if I can find this.
Uh, which one?
Okay, okay. Let me see. I think this is it right here. Let me just see if I can show this to you. Um, okay. Okay.
And Dr. William Campbell knows Arabic. So what does that mean? If you look up in the dictionary also, it means it appeared. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing,
Okay.
meaning it appeared to Zulkarnain. Sees the sun setting in murky water, in turbid water. Imagine sun setting in murky water, unscientific. The Arabic word used here is, it is wajada, meaning it appeared to Zulkarnain. And Dr. William Campbell knows Arabic.
Okay. This is what I wanted to ask you. Zakir Naik right there. You know, the verse in the Quran says that Dul Qarnayn found the setting place of the sun. And the word is wajada.
Yep.
Wajada makan ghurub al-shams. And Zakir Naik says wajada means it appeared. It appeared that the sun set in the muddy pool. What?
Which chapter and verse so I can show the people in the chat?
I'm sorry.
Which chapter and which verse?
Okay.
This one.
Okay. This is. Uh, okay. This is Surah Al-Kahf, verse 86. Let me see. Kaf is the palm of the hand. Okay, let me see if I find this. Okay, Surah Al-Kahf. You know what? I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm wrong. Al-Kahf means means the uh, it means the cave. Okay, it's verse 86. Let me just put it up here. You see, whenever Zakir Naik starts talking Arabic, you have to be very careful. Okay, and so since we have you here and you can speak the Arabic, let me just. He said that wajada means it appeared that the sun was setting in a muddy pool. But what does the word wajada here mean? Can you read this?
حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب في عين حمآء ووجد عندها قوم قلنا يا ذا القرنين إما أن تعذب وإما أن تتخذ فيهم حسنة.
Right. What does the word wajadha?
Which means he found it.
He found it. Right.
Yeah.
This is,
Which chapter?
this is chapter 18, verse 86.
Okay. I'm gonna show them the
Just
translation.
because Zakir Naik said the word wajadha means it appeared that it was setting. He said that, but wajadha does not mean it appeared. Wajadha means he found it. So Zakir Naik's Arabic is terrible. So let me just show it one more time. I just want to show it again that Zakir Naik's Arabic is not to be trusted. So let me just get the video. Okay. Okay, I want to, but I'm going to go back. Okay. 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 I just want to
The other
show.
points that William Campbell raised was regarding Surah Kahf, chapter number 18, verse number 86, that Zulkarnain sees the sun setting in murky water, in turbid water. Imagine sun setting in murky water, unscientific. The Arabic word used here is, it is wajada, meaning it appeared to Zulkarnain. And Dr. William Campbell knows Arabic. So wajada means, if you look up in the dictionary also, it means it appeared. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is
Okay, and so oops. And so that was what I wanted to, because I know you know the Arabic, that you know the word wajada does not mean it appeared. Zakir Naik is either lying or he just doesn't know Arabic. So here's the
The first one.
Okay, here is the Usama Dakduk Quran. It says, until when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it set in a muddy spring, and he found people by it. So this verse says that the sun sets inside a muddy spring. It's not even just in the ocean. You guys, the sun is 1,000,000 times bigger than the earth. How is it going to set inside a swimming pool? And inside a little pool, like a little kid swimming pool. You know those little kid swimming pools? Those little plastic ones, and you just fill it with water hose. He's saying that the sun sets inside one of those. So scientific miracles, scientific fiction of Muhammad. So yeah, thank you, brother, for showing that.
We saw it from far.
Saw what?
Saw the sun from far.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like it's inside.
Well, The thing is he says if he found the setting place, he found the place where it actually goes down, and it says it's set in a muddy pool, so it went into the pool, so what Zakir Naik is trying to say is that it appeared like it was setting in a muddy pool, but it doesn't say that. It says it's set in a muddy pool. So
It's terrible.
scientific miracle. So so yeah. So is there anything else you would like to share, Brother Montez?
I think we should skip it to the next live stream because it seems that it is a bit late for you. We can do this tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, exposing the scientific fiction, or but wait, which topic that you guys want? The satanic verses or the example of Prophet Muhammad?
Yeah, that's right. We were going to talk about the satanic verses. Well, maybe tomorrow we can talk about the satanic verses, and then we can come back. Like I said, the reason why I wanted to do this tonight is because I thought of the title, Quranic science fiction, and I thought, you know what, it's Muddy Spring. Oh, he's the paraglider life. Are you a Muslim? Because I just want to tell you, in Arabic, Muddy Spring is in Arabic. Ain Hamia. It's in Arabic. It's not just it. In English, the word spring can be used about the season spring as well as like a spring of water, but in Arabic it isn't. In Arabic, it's ain. Ain means like a little spring of water, like a little tiny river of water, So yeah, so in Arabic it doesn't mean that. So yeah, but that's a very good point. In English, spring could mean like the season instead of the place. But the Quran is very clear that it is a place. And it's very clear. In fact, in the Hadith, Muhammad was talking to somebody, and he said to him, Muhammad actually said to the guy, he says, "Where does the sun set?" And the guy says, "Allah and his messenger know best." And then Muhammad said, "It sets in a muddy pool," as Dhul Qarnayn found out. And he's believed to be Alexander the Great. So, yeah. Well, brother, I started 2 hours late today because we had some visitors and stuff. So anyway, I appreciate you coming on. God bless you. And so yeah, we can look at the satanic verses tomorrow if you like. That'll be great.
Absolutely.
And for everybody who hung out with us, Paraglider Life, this is the first time I've seen you here. Welcome. God bless you. That's cool, Paraglider Life. We love to have questions, and so you're welcome to. But are you a Christian? Are you a Christian, Paraglider Life? I don't know, but yeah. Okay, welcome, Paraglider Life. Hope you'll come again. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being with us. I know it's a little bit of a short live stream today, but I started 2 hours late, like I said. So anyway, thank you for being with us. And if you haven't done it, please do it now. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. يسوع ساعدني. يسوع سامحني. يسوع ادخل قلبي. He loves you. We love you. And I think we need to hear this again. So.
William Campbell Rees was regarding Surah Kahf, chapter number 18, verse number 86, that Zulkarnain sees the sun setting in murky water, in turbid water. Imagine sun setting in murky water, unscientific. The Arabic word used here is, it is wajada, meaning it appeared to Zulkarnain.
It appeared.
Not William Campbell knows Arabic. Wajada means, if you look up in the dictionary also, it means it appeared. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing what appeared to Zulkarnain. If I make a statement that the student in the class said 2 plus 2 is equal to 5, and you say, oh, Zakir said 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. I didn't say. I'm telling the student in my class that 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. I'm not wrong, the student is wrong. There are various ways.
See, he's trying to, he understands he got a big headache on his hands. And so he's trying to justify this science fiction by, and you know what? And everybody agrees with him. All those people agree with him and believe whatever he's saying, you know. And so, all right, you guys. God bless you. Yes. Well, it would have been a better idea to inform doofuses what really happens when the sun disappears out of sight. But no, Allah tells us what a dude thought he saw. Well, and the thing too, Marion, is that the Quran is very clear that the sun sets in the muddy pool, but it also says that it goes and it prostrates before the throne of Allah every night. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so the sun in the Quran, we need to do an episode just about the sun because it's a very unusual sun, and it the sun runs after the moon, but it never catches it, and there's a lot of crazy things about the sun in the Quran, and so
They are playing cat and mouse, I guess.
and it never catches up with the moon. It's so. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being with us. God bless you and have a great night. Thank you, Maltez, brother, for coming on.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you guys also for watching the live stream, even though it was very short, but you know, we are very late, so we have other stuff to do, you know what I'm saying? So thank you guys, and thank you, Steve. Just don't forget to like and subscribe to Steve's channel, and that's it.
All right.
God bless.
God bless. Have a great night, you guys. Thank you.
If you have ever wondered why dull apologists lie so much, it's because on a rare occasion that they tell the truth. This happens.
One of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles. I'll be honest with you. And now we know that this whole scientific miracles was absolute nonsense.
You're going to have to repeat that.
That the standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.